That's all white stuff? Oh, yeah. There you go back. And then that. There you go. Green, right? Broadcast is up. Oh, okay. Playoffs. You're the home team. Yeah, you don't have the broadcast because you're the home team. Playoffs. Yeah. Unless you want to broadcast. Ash, you want to see what he's going up against? Scouting. We're out here scouting. No, that was my broadcast. I tried broadcast, I think, last time, and it was doing that. So then I think we end up just turning it off.
The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Atlanta Falcons.
Should be a little more scoring out here than last week's game with the AFC.
Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game?
Let's go. That's what they say.
Throwing on first down. Mills. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from
scrimmage. You're out here bumping knuck if we buck. They ready.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Mills. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. And gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. Let's go. Mike 41. Mike. I got it.
Operating from the gun. Mills. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Smoke screen route. Our guys are not quick enough to get that up.
Football being played by a defense. They understood what the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Break. Go.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hold on.
Let's go. 90 Wolf. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Here we go. 31's the mic. Coming to you. Yo, go. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Hey.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now a first carry for their fullback. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
10-2 stop. Watch QB's up. Out. Need 2 jet bombers. Hey, wahoo. He's checking crap.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check 52.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got this down to the 35. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon. And that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Back to throw now on first down. Throws right side, and that's complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him.
Yeah. 2 feet in, double tapping.
Now, I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Let's go now. 8, read.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They'll try and run with their fullback. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
Hey, Haywood! Hey, Foxtrot! 31's the mic. Ready?
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So give them the first down. First and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a carry here for the fullback. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's the fullback. 31 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41. Watch the pass.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mills. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Right back to him on first down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. On 2nd down now. It's Bird. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, Mills. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
They definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Here we go. You draw quarter. 15 line. 15 line. Five.
2nd and 1. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. It's the fullback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And I want to give the big guy some credit because he deserves it, but where was the defense there? Because he's not a burner.
I think they fooled him big time by handing him the football. It's not normal for him to touch it very often on a running play. I think the defense was just ill-prepared for that eventuality.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Give me just a sec, Travis. I'll be right back.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Eluding the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Mills. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them. And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that unit. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
2nd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Mills. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. At their own 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
3 down.
3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. This is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
10-2 stop.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, we got 4.
6-6, pull it high.
Watch it.
Hey, exit. Ready.
Back to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
31's the mic. It's been a long day for you. 31 to go.
He'll drop to throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
8 lead. Hey, Charlie. Yep.
31.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's caught. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Go.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. It's the fullback saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle, and the route is on here in this first half. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here on these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
Great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Check 9.
On first and 10, Mills. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5.
Mike. 41, Mike. Go. Situation, let's go. Mike, 41. Mike, 41. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 41's coming. 41's a Mike. All right. Here we go. Let's go, Pete.
Operating from the gun. Mills looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Young Trinity is Pete, baby. Young Trinity is Pete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Echo. Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh? Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. 41, Mike. 41.
2nd and 4. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
He's got a man, complete, 30, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there, 84 yards. As these guys continue to pour it on. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Switch.
On first down, Bird. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bird. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Looking to throw. Mills. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. On 3rd down, Mills. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They'll run on first down. It's Bird, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mills. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
70, Indy, recon, 132 final.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Hey, Echo.
31's the mic. Bound to lose one. 31's the mic. All day, cut. 31.
Get.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's the fullback. 66 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point safely through, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
That motherfucker out.
For them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception, finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Back to throw. Mills. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to throw. Mills. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun. Mills. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. 60 or
31's the mic. Watch the backer, watch the backer. Check.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys continue to pull
Corner's
on.
weak.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the gun, Mills, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
6 guard, check 6 guard. 49, check 49, check 49. 22, check cover. 22, check cover. Bang, bang. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Short, short.
2nd and long. And the pressure gets to him again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Go ahead, take a seat. You can't stop me.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Man out, man out, man out, man out. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Here we go, here we go. Check, go. To Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. Not today. Yeah. Mike 55.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
23 yards on the play.
Scoot up. Hey.
Philadelphia.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. In for the
barbecue
score.
chicken alert.
As his guys
Barbecue chicken alert.
Put this one out of reach. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling it. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
The Falcons take over
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Let him know. Hatch it.
Second and 2. And he's got his man on the out route. And this is good for a first down. His 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Check. 58, boys, 58, Mike. Record. And 58 is a Mike.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Mills looking deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 10. And an alley to run.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
31's the mic. I got you.
On the 2.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Floating one, incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
31's the mic. Swing, double. 31's the mic. All day, just like that.
Hey, Haywood. Speed trip.
They'll set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Back to throw here. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 57 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. They'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Hey, check 24, check 24. Off.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. 20, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Falcons claw one back. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Eagles take over first and 10.
Let's go.
18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. I got to tell you.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart in points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I would bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike. Hey, man.
Back to the air on second down. Mills. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Now he's going to throw deep right side, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Second and 10. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. The Eagles on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is third and 10. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far. 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here.
Leo! Hey, exit. Hit it.
They'll set up a throw. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Alpha.
Now back to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. It's the fullback there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Show it. Watch it. Hold up. Ready.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Check 13.
They'll try the left side. Bird. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A 3rd down gain of 19.
First down, Philadelphia.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
31's the mic. Hey, tight.
Hey, Zoo. Ready.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. Then open here is Hogan. He's got it. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Let's go. Hey, high 7. Hit it.
They'll look to throw. He's going to walk one deep left side here. This is caught. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 41 yards from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. It's the fullback taking it in as his guys continue to pour it on.
Hey, wahoo!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the
final
play of this ball game. And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say they're going to the Super Bowl.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.